Hello everyone, good evening. Can someone please confirm if you can see my screen and I'm audible? Okay, thank you everyone. So hi, this is Fauzan and I work as service quant in Tradetron. So today we are going to discuss strategy creation on list. Okay. So today we will see in this webinar how to create a strategy on list and how to take partial exit on your stocks if you are having some profits and how to exit the remaining positions. Okay. So let's begin with the strategy creation. Okay, please let me know before starting. Please let me know. So whether you are all comfortable in English or should I use English, Hindi both? Okay, so it seems the maximum poll is for both. So okay, I will try to use both. Okay, so that even Hindi people can also understand. Like whoever is not comfortable in English, so that they can also understand. So this is a strategy info block. Okay, so let's begin with this. So this is the strategy name you have to write. Okay, tags you have to assign and description of the strategy. So like we can have strategy on list like, okay. Now tags can be momentum, volatility. So this is an optional column. Okay. So this description is also an optional column. So you can have you can write description of your strategy. So basically this info block is useful for the ones who want to list their strategy on Tradetron's marketplace. So yeah. So from here we begin our strategy creation. Okay. So this is, as you can see, this is set number 1. So on the left hand side, you can see these as conditions. Okay. And on the right hand side, you can see these as positions. So basically, this is the condition builder and this is the position builder. Whichever conditions we are assigning over here, based on these conditions getting true, these positions will be taken. So very first, we will see how to create a list in Tradetron. Okay. So first of all, you have to click on these 3 dots. You can see this add button. Okay. Now you have to give the name of your list. Okay. So we can give the name as let's say demo. Okay. You have to select the exchange. Okay. So we will dealing in NSE. So exchange is NSE. And for testing purpose, I'm using it as ITC. Or we can use Reliance. Or we can use like let's say HDFC. Okay. So this is for testing purpose where we are creating. So anyway, we can click on save. So I think the list name is already taken. So we have to decide a new name. So demo 12. Okay, cool. So the list has been created successfully. You got the message over here, right? Now, after creating list, we will use this list. Okay, whichever list we have created, will use this list throughout the strategy creation. So we will select the demo 12 from here. Okay, you can see the name here. So अब उसके बाद यहाँ पर हमें conditions बनानी है, right? So for that we will click on add. After clicking on add, so मैं आपको एक ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ कि हम यहाँ पर क्या स्ट्रेटेजी क्रिएट करने वाले हैं. So basically we are going only for long strategies. Okay, so you can use this strategy in your positional trades if you want. So in this one, what we will do is we will actually catch the stock from the bottom when they are actually oversold. So we can get a momentum of at least 3-4% or 4-5%, whatever. Okay, so what we will do over here is we will check whether stock is oversold or not. So we will check with the help of RSI1. Okay, so for that we will select first position. Okay, and here we will select RSI and the candle will be -1. सो ये आप ओनली ऑप्शन बाइंग सॉरी आई मीन स्टॉक बाइंग के लिए यूज कर सकते हो, क्योंकि एनीवे पोजिशनली आप स्टॉक्स को सेल नहीं कर सकते हो, राइट। सो यहाँ पर हम पहले RSI सिलेक्ट करेंगे, ठीक है। उसके बाद यहाँ पर मैं जो RSI का पीरियड है यहाँ पर ये 15 ही रखेंगे। यहाँ पर सिंबल में हम डे कैंडल ही रहेंगी। और यहाँ पर इंस्ट्रूमेंट नेम में फॉर लिस्ट वी विल सिलेक्ट NSE, okay, and here you have to select list and our list name is demo 12. Okay, so we will check the RSI. Now what we will check is if -1 RSI, okay, is let's say greater than number 20, okay, but -2 RSI we will check for RSI crossover, okay, but -2 RSI, that is previous candle, previous to previous candle. So -2 refers to as previous to previous candle. So if -2's RSI is less than, you can simply copy here and paste here 20. So we are checking for this RSI crossover. So this condition will check whether the stock is recovering from oversold zone or not. And if the stock is recovering, okay, we will click on submit over here first. And we will also check the volume, okay. So volume also plays a major role here. So for that we will use position. We will select volume series of -1. The instrument name will be similar, NSE. List we will select demo 12. Okay, so we'll check the volume of minus candle is higher than volume of -2 candle. Okay, so these are the two conditions which we are checking. And similarly with these two conditions, what we'll check is we will another check one more condition, that the previous candle should be a green candle. Okay, so if the previous candle is green candle, then only we will enter. So for that we will select again position. Here we will select close -1. Okay, so the instrument name will be NSE, exchange NSE, list name demo 12. Okay, so the close has to be greater than the open, then it represents a green candle. So similarly I'm just copying and pasting over here. तो अब यहाँ पर हम क्या क्या चेक कर रहे हैं, पहले मैं आपको एक ओवरव्यू दे देता हूँ मैं. So first we are checking that if RSI is recovering or not. Okay, it means the stock is recovering from the oversold zone or not. So this is the significance of these two conditions. Then we will check if the the volume is also increasing or not while recovering. And if same is happening, so then what we will do is we will check whether the previous candle is green candle or not. So if the previous candle is green candle, okay, and if all these conditions are getting true, तो अब यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे, we will create a buy position. Okay, so for that यहाँ पर we will select NSE, so the quantity will be 1. Okay, sorry, we will go with 2 quantities. So because हम यहाँ पर partial profit booking भी देखेंगे, right? So we'll go with 2 quantities. Now अभी यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे, so let's say we have a target of let's say 10%. Okay, but what we want is at 5% we want to exit our means half of the quantities. So suppose if we are buying 2 quantities, so हम यहाँ पर क्या कर सकते हैं, हम यहाँ पर 5% पे partial profit booking करेंगे, and for the remaining 5 positions we will trail it towards the 10%. Okay, so for that we will use repair. So we are using repair once. in this, what we are using is if LTP of traded instrument. Okay, so the leg number, the first we have to select the list name. Okay, set number 1, condition number 1, leg number 1. If LTP is greater than traded instrument entry price, okay, so this keyword will return to us the entry price. Okay, so if it is greater than into, so we will check for 0.5%, 1.05, sorry, number 1.05. Similarly, what we will do is here first click on submit. So यहाँ पर हम ये check कर रहे हैं, ये this is for 5% condition, profit booking condition. So if this is getting true, then what we will do is we will sell one quantity. Okay. And for the remaining quantity, we will put it in set exit. So what we will do is simply we'll click on copy. So यहाँ पर अभी आपको paste का option नहीं दिख रहा होगा. तो first we have to click on create or update button here. So once we click on this, you will be able to see the paste option as well. So यहाँ पर हम paste करेंगे and here यहाँ पर हम 10% की exit condition रखेंगे for the remaining quantities. Okay. And from this one, we will also keep one more condition for our stop loss. So अगर at any point of time, अगर हमारा जो stock है, if it is falling by 5%, then we will exit the entire position. So ऐसे आप यहाँ पर copy and paste कर सकते हो 0.995. Sorry, 0.95 for 5%. Okay. ये हमारा है exit condition. Okay. And from this one, we can also keep one more exit condition. Like suppose if you want to exit the position, अगर हमको यहाँ पर suppose करते हैं अगर हमको RSI को trail करना है, so यहाँ पर हम क्या करेंगे? For that, simply we will select position RSI -1 NSE okay. If let's say greater than number 80. Okay. Target we can keep as 15%. Let's say चलो यहाँ पर 15% रख देते हैं. Okay, so we can check whether it is going till 15%. Okay, so these are our exit conditions. If RSI is reaching 80, so that is considered to be as overbought zone. So यहाँ पर हम RSI के बेस पे रख सकते हैं. If RSI is breaching 80 or the stop loss is 5% and the target is 15% for our entire position. Okay. Anyway, because we are actually trailing our profit booking we are doing at 5%. So for the remaining quantities, we can trail it towards the overbought zone, or we can even square off the position if the RSI is, if the profit is greater than 15%. So like this, you can create a strategy. And one more condition you can add over here. Like suppose if you want to give the PNL based condition, so you can also give the PNL based condition here. like if PNL is greater than number 5,000 into multiplier. So this is optional condition actually, because I don't think so this is required, but yeah, I'm just showing how to keep it. So you can even keep the stop loss based on this, like PNL greater than 5,000 into multiplier, or we can keep the PNL less than condition. Let's say minus 5,000 into multiplier. Okay, so yeah, this is, you can keep it like this. So this is continuous. I will explain you this all. Okay, so this is the advanced setting of the strategy. Okay, so here is the tranching size you can see. Okay, you can even keep the trailing stop loss. So the tranching size refers to as suppose if you are doing with 10 quantities. Okay, now let's say let's take the example of this particular strategy only. So now we are doing it with two quantities. Okay, so here if we keep the tranching size as 50%, so what this algorithm will do, it will first give the order of one quantity, and after the specified time, that is 10 seconds, the remaining quantity will be also triggered. So this advanced settings actually work on entire strategy level and not on the specific set level. Okay, since we are already having the only one set in our strategy, so there is no point of other set, but I am just explaining you, if in case you have any other strategy which have multiple sets, then you must know that this advanced settings work on entire strategy level. Okay, so even for entry as well as for exit or repair, whichever block you are using, so it will applicable on all the blocks. So if you want to go with one single shot, then you can click on 100%. Okay, so all the quantities will be triggered at once. So you can have the trailing stop loss over here. So this is the reactivate on exit after. So this condition will be applicable only when the exit is happening with universal exit. Okay, so it will not be applicable in the case of set exit. So you can set it as 5 hours, 1 hour, or whatever. The minimum time is 2 minutes. So we can keep it as 5 hours, let's say. So if any point of time your strategy is exiting with universal exit, so after 5 hours the status will be changed to as active. Okay, so this is check conditions every. So let's take an example. Suppose if an algorithm is taking let's say 2 to 3 seconds to check one condition cycle, although it depend upon the strategy, it differs strategy to strategy, but assume करते हैं कि एक algorithm को एक condition cycle check करने के लिए 3 seconds लगता है. So एक condition check cycle का मतलब होता है from entry block till universal exit. Okay, it is termed to be as one condition check cycle. So यहाँ पर अगर हम suppose 1 minute अगर रखते हैं, so जैसे अगर एक condition cycle को 3 seconds लग रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो now what algorithm will do is after every 3 seconds it will wait for 60 seconds more, that is 1 minute. ओके और उसके बाद यहाँ पर वो नेक्स्ट कंडीशन चेक साइकिल को चेक करेगा, मतलब एंट्री कंडीशन, यूनिवर्सल एग्जिट, व्हाटएवर. सो इसका मतलब क्या है, अगर उस लैप्स पीरियड ऑफ टाइम में, यानी वो जो 60 सेकंड्स का लैप्स पीरियड है, अगर उसमें आपकी कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होती है, सो दोज कंडीशंस विल बी इग्नोर्ड कंप्लीटली. ओके, so the chances of slipping or missing of trades will be higher if you select it as 1 minute. So अगर आप यहाँ पर चेक कंटिन्यूअसली रखते हो, so यहाँ पर एल्गोरिथम क्या करेगा, विथ एवरी 3 seconds, यानी जो कंडीशन चेक साइकिल को जितना टाइम लग रहा है, एक साइकिल को चेक करने के लिए जितना टाइम लग रहा है 3 seconds, सो आफ्टर एवरी 3 seconds इट विल चेक फॉर न्यू कंडीशंस. सो यहाँ पर आपके ट्रेड के मिस होने के चांसेस थोड़े कम हो जाते हैं. सो ये कैपिटल रिक्वायर्ड कॉलम है. सो ये एक ऑप्शनल है, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया, स्ट्रेटेजी डिस्क्रिप्शन जैसे ही इसका यूज है, तो आपके सब्सक्राइबर को आइडिया रहे कि कैपिटल आपको कितना लगेगा स्ट्रेटेजी को डिप्लॉय करने के लिए. ये है टेक ट्रेड्स, लाइक यू कैन रीड ओवर हियर, स्टार्ट कंडीशन चेक आफ्टर एक्सचेंज ओपन. So now our exchange opens at 9:15. Okay, so technically the cash market is open at 9 a.m. But anyway, we can trade after 9:15 only. So our exchange opens at 9:15. So if you kept it as 1 second, then after 9:15:1, the algorithm will start checking the conditions. And similarly, you can read out here last condition check before exchange close. So our exchange closes at 3:30. So on this before this specified time, your algorithm will stop checking the condition. So this is the rollover on expiry feature. So anyway, in the cash market, it is not required actually, but I will give you the overview. So this is the rollover on expiry. So on expiry day, okay, on this specified time, that is 3 p.m., your existing position will be squared off to next week or next month, but whatever you are selecting. So ये है marketplace settings. Like suppose if you want to list your strategy on Tradetron's marketplace, so you can click on public strategy as yes, okay, and you have to click on publish to marketplace, okay, and you can update it over here. So for now, I'm not doing it here. I'm just keeping it as no, okay. So you can generate the invoice from here, like per month, per quarter, whatever you want. You can generate the invoice, okay, and I'm just clicking on update. So this is how you can create strategy on list in Tradetron. So, and you can see like how we can partially book our profits if you want to. So yeah, if you have any questions or queries related to this, you can please ask in the chat section. Yeah, so previous week webinar video will be uploaded, and this webinar video will be also be uploaded on our YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah, by Monday you can able to see this all both these two videos on our YouTube. So our YouTube channel name is Tradetron. You can search it on YouTube. I'm typing over here. It's Tradetron. So one user is asking, can we have trailing stop loss to each stock from a list? Yeah, this is possible, but actually this will require custom Python code for it. So you can get your Python code via support team over here. Okay. So you can fill the questionnaire form and we will create a custom code for you. So Mr. Rahul is asking if we face any problem creating backtesting a strategy, or can we reach out? So if you have any queries regarding platform or your strategy or whatever, you can always come us to on support chat by clicking on this icon. Okay, you can have the mail ID and name, and you can start chatting with our technical support team. So one user is asking in condition builder, if you don't click on if you don't specify any instrument name, then what it does. So if you don't specify the instrument name, so definitely it will not enter because the instrument name is only not specified. So one user is asking where do we can see the error log. So you can see the error log via notification log. So Mr. Aman is asking how to practice this. So practice, I mean to say, you mean to, I think you might be saying like how you can get this template. So this template will also be uploaded on our website. You can see over here in this resources tab under the strategy templates. So this template will also be available here. But please make sure that this template is just for reference purpose. You please do your due diligence, okay, and you can modify it as per your requirement, and then only deploy your any capital on this. So one user is asking how to create positional strategy. So Mr. Rahul, what we have discussed right now, the strategy which we have created is positional only. Okay, as we don't have selected the MIS over there, and we have not kept the exit time as well. So this will take positional trades. So one user is asking, I don't want to trade on Thursday. What is the condition? So you can put the condition as, I'm just showing over here. Then you can have weekday not equal to number 4. So the weekday 4 represents to Thursday, 1 is for Monday, 2 is for Tuesday, and like this, 5 is for Friday. So you can have weekday not equal to 4. So this condition will not be getting true on Thursdays. So if you want to look for the positional strategies for weekly options on index, then it's pretty simple. While selecting the options, okay, I will show you here. While selecting the option, you can select NRML. So right now list is selected. So here I am keeping this now list selected. So here you can see while selecting the NFO, if you're selecting call, let's say Nifty call, ATM, lots. So the product type will be NRML. So NRML refers to as positional one. You can select the expiry of current week, current month, okay? And like this, you can have the positional one. So one user is asking how to check today's opening price is between yesterday's high and low. Okay. So you can simply check this with this AND condition. Okay. I'm just showing you with the group so that you can understand properly. So just observe on this part. So let's say for you want to check the current day open. Okay. So for current day, you have to select zero candle as 0. Okay. So open should be less than current day open should be less than previous day high. So for high, we will select position high. So here it will be -1. And similarly, you can select the instrument name over here. I am not selecting it as of now. And you can check open is greater than previous day low. Okay, so this will check if open of current day, that is 0, okay, is less than previous day high. Okay, same time the open is greater than previous day low. So definitely it means that the open is between the previous day high and low. So one user is asking, do we have any templates for short strangle with adjustment? With adjustment, actually, there is no specific template for adjustments, okay, because definitely it is customizable. So there is no specific for adjustment, but yeah, we do have for strangle. You can check it on our website. So we have the template for strangles. So Deepak is asking how to trail stop loss. So if you want to trail stop loss of individual leg, then custom Python code will be required. You can check our Python code. You can get the Python code from here by contacting our support team. So you can get the questionnaire form filled. And once you fill the form, we will create a Python code for you. So one user Sharad is asking, what is NFO Nifty 50 versus list Nifty 50? Okay, very good question. So Sharad, NFO Nifty 50 refers to a spot price. Okay. But if you select NSE list name Nifty 50, then it refers to Nifty 50 stocks. Okay. So it refers to a 50 list of stocks. So one user is asking what is the difference between DEMA and EMA cross. So EMA cross is actually checking the between the cross between the two EMAs, but DEMA, that is a double EMA. So actually it is checking the EMA of EMA. So that is the function. So one user is asking how to pause the functions, how the pause function. So can you please elaborate your query? I actually did not understood. So one user is asking the difference between exit and universal exit. So exit will exit this specific set, okay? But universal exit will exit the entire strategy, okay? So as of now, we have only one set in our strategy, okay? This particular strategy. So universal exit does not play any vital role here. But if you have multiple sets, let's say set one, and we can add set two, okay? So in this case, now we have multiple sets, right? So now if we want to exit only set one positions, then we can use set exit. But if we want to exit the entire strategy, okay, we want to write some condition which can satisfy the entire strategy conditions. So you can write it in universal exit. So that is the role of universal exit. Yes, Rajendra, Python code creation is chargeable. So if we want to trade on Nifty Index 50, then you have to select NFO Nifty 50. Okay, like this, I will give you an example. So in this condition, we have used NSC. The demo 12 is our list name. So we have used this list. Okay. So in the same case, if you use the list and if Nifty 50 like this, okay, you can see the pipings over here, right? I am zooming it. You can see the piping over here, right? Nifty and Nifty 50 ahead and beside the Nifty 50, you can see those pipings. So this NSE Nifty 50 refers to list of Nifty 50 stocks. But if you want to check conditions on, let's say, index, then you have to select NFO, and here you have to select Nifty 50. So you can select NFO Nifty 50 here. So this refers to index. And suppose if you want to means check the conditions on futures, then you have to select over here as current month. So this looks like something here like this. Okay, so you can see NFO Nifty 50 current month. So this refers to Nifty 50 futures, index futures. Okay, and if you remove this current month and if you click on OK, then the condition will look like something like this, NFO Nifty 50. So this NFO Nifty 50 refers to index of Nifty 50. Okay, the spot you mean, I mean. So I hope this is clear to you. So one user is asking, can I copy paste logic across strategy? No, you cannot copy paste the logic across strategies. However, you can duplicate the entire strategy, but you cannot copy and paste from one condition to another. Yeah, you can copy paste the blocks, okay, but this specific, like say, I mean to say this specific, this one cannot be. This specific, like now what we do is we click on plus and then we click on paste, right? So this thing you cannot do, okay? You cannot copy paste, but yeah, this entire block can be copied and pasted to another strategy. This can be done. So one user is asking, what's the function of pause option? So once you pause any strategy, then this algorithm will stop checking conditions for that particular deployment. Okay, so it will check the conditions only once it is unpaused. So Deepak is asking, what is the charge of Python code creation? So Mr. Deepak, the charges of Python code is subjective. Okay, so it depends upon your requirement. So as of now, I cannot give you the quotation for the same. So you can fill the questionnaire form. We will check your conditions, and accordingly we will give you the quotation over your mail ID. So yeah, I think we have pretty much covered all the questions here. So I think that's it for this webinar. So thank you all for attending this webinar. I hope this was useful and you have learned some pretty much good options how to create strategies in Tradetron. So thanks everyone for attending this webinar. So happy weekend, everyone. Thank you.